This is
True Story.
We Just Made Up.
I'm JT Farva.
And I'm Ray McGuff.
Welcome.
Hello. Welcome to my humble abode.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. You know, man, I enjoy these couches that you gave me.
Yeah, they're still pretty comfortable.
I like them.
I had a lot of sex on these couches. They're leather, so you don't have to worry about it.
I've had a lot of sex on these couches, too.
Just by yourself?
No. With multiple partners.
You're alone. Did you get a fleshlight? I don't understand.
No, hookers.
Hookers.
I believe they call them hookers.
The old hooker.
Hookers. Isn't that the old term?
I think that is from the old Spanish word.
I
to
believe,
hook.
I think it was. It was during the Spanish raids on a galleon.
Yeah,
it was one of the hooker ships.
Yeah, I think when the Spanish came over and killed the Aztecs, they said hooker, and that's where that term came from.
I believe it was. It was a very hard H for them too.
I think it meant dolphin's blowhole.
What I maybe they changed their language, but it probably would have been more, juker.
Juker.
Because H's or J's. That's for our smarter audience.
That's a hard J.
It's a hard J.
Speaking of that,
speaking of hard J's,
I'm tired of people giving the Spanish all kinds of problems about them coming over and killing all the Aztecs. Let's get some. I get it. They just will not leave the Spanish alone.
I'm fine with it.
Right? We did the same thing to the Indians. We haven't talked about that shit in forever.
No, because every time you bring it up to a white person, they go, "Yeah, but they kind of deserved it."
Yeah.
You're like, no, they didn't. They were just here living.
Listen, I'm just going to tell you two things. Manifest destiny.
Right?
So when the aliens finally come here and they declare manifest destiny, I'm going to look at people and be like, hey!
Listen, Farva, you go to an Indian reservation and tell them to manifest destiny and see what happens.
I'm really cordial there. It's like if I go into like black neighborhoods, I turn rap music on in my stereo so I fit in.
God.
I'm not being racist, I'm just saying.
I'm just being real.
Yeah, I'm just saying I like to fit in with the call. I turn my hat backwards.
You get to a stoplight and you look over and you go, Jadena.
I say things like for shizzle.
Right. Chief, don't run,
I say word. I don't even know if people still say that anymore.
I like to do that real quick. You'll dig this. You know me for a long time. I like to put slang words from the 90s into nowadays. Like, I'll listen to people talk at work and then I'll just be like, oh yeah, word up.
Yeah.
Got you. I get what you're laying down.
I get what you're saying. I like to put like 70s, 80s, and 90s TV shows, sitcoms into conversations. I'm like, what's happening there? Different strokes, man. Different strokes. Any black company. 227, man. 227.
All in the family.
Mr. Hooper's Neighborhood.
You know what I'm saying? All in the family.
All in the family.
Keeping it real.
So I just do that. So
NYPD Blue, I get you.
I think we could honestly one time have a whole show of us just doing 90s, 80s, 90s. We could do any sitcom show. We could have a whole conversation.
We could. Just
answering that.
That will be for a special episode we're going to title
Sitcoms conversation.
No. Fuck you. That's what we're going to call it.
We're going to call it cunt.
Whoa. C word so early in the show.
That's a hard C.
It's a hard C.
Like, even when I say it, I cringe a little bit.
Yeah. Well, that will lead me to my first story.
Cunt, Will. Okay.
I was the aftermath of my show at Bookie's Roadhouse.
Oh, I was there. I had the worst show ever, too.
Oh, man, it was a tough crowd, sir. It was a Colin Quinn's tough crowd.
It was just really good.
I'll tell you. But my favorite part, behind the scenes, ladies and gentlemen, let me lay the scene out for you. We arrive at the show early. Nobody knows who the fuck we are, which is weird to me because our pictures have been plastered all over everything at this bar. But we walk in. This is how I know people didn't know who I was for sure. A lady followed me to the bar, grabbed my shirt, and asked me where the money was. Now, normally when that happens, I jam a $20 bill in her mouth and we head to the bathroom. This time around, I went, what the fuck are you talking about? And she's like, oh, are you part of the comedy troupe? That's what she called it.
Comedy troupe.
And I went, no, I'm a paid comedian. I'm the talent.
Yeah, the talent. I mean,
yeah.
We should have shirts made that says the talent.
The talent. So anyway, so she walks away. So right away I know, wow, this is fucked. This lady didn't even, she was running the doors, didn't even know who we were.
Right.
JT and I are bellied up to the bar having a beer. Then this other gentleman comes over who I won't say his name because I don't know if he's cool with that or not. But he's hosting the night and he goes, hey, you guys familiar with this venue? I'm like, first time for me. He's like, yeah, weird thing. Nobody gave me a lineup. So I had to give him a lineup off my phone. Okay.
This is the MC, right?
Here's my favorite part. We have the comedy now behind the scenes of stand-up comedy show. You have a comics meeting. We've had many of them at our own shows, and you basically just lay down the law. Like, here's some rules that the bar has said. There are no rules. You tell people up front. Now we're a bunch of comedians standing around talking, and the guy looks at me and says this. Listen, I don't know what you guys' acts like, but I'm not very comfortable with the C word. And I went, what word is that?
Cunt?
And he said, cunt. And I went, oh, no cunts. You guys hear that? No cunts. And then I went, well, that's going to cut into half my cunny act. And then nobody laughed but me and JT. So that was awkward. But then I did the worst set I've ever done. And I don't mean that in the worst way. My set was actually good, but it was the people that night.
My set was bad too.
No. Your set, see, that's the thing. It was the people that were bad that night. I'm telling you. The people in the audience were like, they wanted to be home watching Sharknado. Like, that was their brand of comedy.
To be honest with you, I kind of wanted to be home.
I hate Sharknado. Ian Ziering can suck it. Anyways, back to my story. Sharknado, that was the kind of audience we had. Like, that was the level. So, as I'm doing my set, I look out into the audience and I see this old lady, and my job is to get her off. And if she's not getting off, I make her get off.
That's right.
So
that's how he does shit.
I'm staring her down the whole time, trying to get a laugh out of her. I hit her with cancer aids. I was banging a girl in a wheelchair, but I had to stop because she kept rolling away.
Right.
That's pretty great.
It's good. It's good stuff.
Nothing. You know what got her? When I said thank you and good night. She actually laughed.
Yeah.
Then I milled around with the other comedians for a bit, and
which I left.
Yeah, JT just left. He was like, hey man, I gotta go. This place sucks. I'm like, I get it. So he leaves. So I'm milling around, talking to some other talent, if you will. And we all realized we weren't getting paid. We didn't make any money. The door went to a raffle, ladies and gentlemen. And that raffle, the guy won how much? $25.
Yeah.
Okay. Where's the rest of the fucking money?
In somebody else's pocket.
Yeah, I'll tell you where it was. It was in the guy's pocket that set the show up. I don't know his name. I don't care to know his name anymore. What blew my mind about the whole scenario was at the end of the day, I'm supposed to just go, oh, that's the thing. It pissed me off to no end. Okay, so then, after that's all over, I'm out in the parking lot. And I see a few vagrants out there. It's the bad part of town.
Fighting over a sweatshirt, mind you.
Yeah, there's fighting over a sweatshirt. So I walked up to him and I was like, hey, any guys got any gin? Vagrants always have gin. I don't know if you're aware of this. They always have gin. Guy pulls one out, a little fifth of gin out of his pocket. And it was weird, too, because it was like those old-timey pants that were like cut off at the shin. Like he had been working in some sort of industrial field.
I get you. I see what you're saying, yeah.
Cotton shirt, much like Jerry Seinfeld's puffy shirt, but very filthy.
So he's like a pirate.
He was like a vagrant pirate. He goes, what's ailing you? And I took a big drink of his gin and handed it back to him. I said, well, probably herpes in about 6 weeks on my lips from this. But
no, the alcohol kills the herpes.
But the overall thing was, I went to do this stand-up comedy show over here, and he's like, oh, at the old Asian buffet?
It was an old Asian buffet.
And I went, yeah, that's right. And he's like, yeah, I heard there's a comedy show there. And I'm like, they talk about it? He's like, yeah, bum circles are like raving about it. They all showed up. There was a network of bums that showed up to hear about the show, so they could spread it through the other network of bums and let everybody know. That's how big the show was. It got to bum level.
Bum level. I mean, that's the grail.
I said, well, what are the other bums saying about me? You know, Ray McGuff. I had a 7-minute set. What was it? He said, you're all right. Seal of approval. Bums seal of approval. Now, that may not be my best story, but it's all true.
Yeah, that is basically the truth. Some names have been omitted from the.
That's right.
To save their faces in there.
I did see a girl in those. They're not yoga pants, but they're the other ones that girls wear, that are super tight.
Yeah.
And she bent over in front of me to pick something up, and she didn't have any underwear on, and I saw her ass, which was very nice, and her vagina.
Yeah, it happens.
I'm just saying, thank you.
Yeah,
I don't know if they could Can we get them to sponsor us?
Yeah.
Stretchy pants.
Yeah.
I like your vagina.
that's actually a tagline. Bend over, let me see that vagina.
Yeah. I just want to thank women for this gift you've given me. I've always had to work to stare at your tits and ass. Now I don't even have to work. I just sit back. I'm excited about the next level. I don't know where it's going to go. I'm hoping pantsless is where they go.
I think just thongs.
Yeah.
If you just wear thongs, just round.
I did read, though, that since yoga pants and stretch pants are now so popular among women, yeast infections have went up 100%. It's really weird.
You should believe me because I'm a doctor. I've convinced many of women that I'm a doctor. Let me get a look at that pergina.
Shiny.
You're right. Looks like your upper dorsimus muscle's broken.
Hold on, I gotta get in here. Looks like you got a little dolphin tissue.
I'm gonna have to numb them. Numb.
Oh man, nothing like the classics.
Nothing like the classics.
That's a great joke.
Yeah, I was gonna tell a story, and I just me and McGuff here, we were talking before here, and we were talking about some stuff, and it got me thinking about I got thinking about when I was younger. I'm getting older, 30.
30, sure.
I'm something, and I just had a birthday recently, so I was thinking about my past, and I don't know if anybody knows this, but I was a recon force Marine commando.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So I was in the war, and I came back from the war all messed up.
All warred up.
Yeah, like messed up. So I decided to walk home, after I got off the bus to kind of clear my head. And I live, I come to the small town, and the sheriff didn't want me there, so he tried to kick me out of the town. Right? This is all true, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Tried to kick me out of town, but I wasn't.
Would you say he looked very much like a Brian Dennehy?
He was a chubbier gentleman. I don't know if Brian Dennehy, old ham-fisted Brian Dennehy, was the thing, but
he had Dennehy tendencies.
Yeah. Yes. So I just want to be treated like a person. But evidently, I look like a vagrant that they didn't want in their town. So they tried to shush me off, but I didn't let them. And then they tried to take me to jail, but I escaped. Right, Randy? I escaped from this place.
Okay.
And they trapped.
Well, if you're a vagrant, though, like just walk through the town, why would you escape?
They put me in jail.
But why would they want to?
Because they don't like vagrants in their town.
Oh no shit!
This is a small country town.
So their plan is to, instead of send you on through the town, is to put you in jail and keep you there longer.
Yeah,
it's weird.
I think they were going to kill me, but I escaped. Right?
Is dancing okay in this town?
No, it's the same. I think it is the town from Footloose. John Lithgow was there, and he was the preacher. So, and I did see a VW Beetle and somebody fight dancing when they got angry. So, and I heard a lot of Chris Penn was there. There's a lot of Kenny Loggins playing.
Yeah.
So could have been the same time. But anyways, so I escaped from prison. They chased me in the woods. Of course, I'm a commando. Yes. They don't know that.
Right.
I didn't explain my life story to them. So they try to track me down, and then all of a sudden they try to shoot an RPG at me. Right? Traps me in a mine. Right? Are you kidding me? In a mine. There's rats in this mine. Probably dead bodies. Freezing weather. It's middle of winter. Right? So I'm swimming through the swamp. I finally find my way out of this coal mine, right? And I'm done. My training kicks in.
Uh-huh.
Right? and I just go door to door.
What are you asking me for? I don't know, right? Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Right? So I just go door to door. So I said, I'm wreaking havoc on this town. So I take a bunch of bath salts and just run around eating people's faces.
Yes. As they deserved. Fuck that
Yeah.
town.
It turns out none of that happened. I had a gas leak in my house, and the guy that came over to repair it. So
holy. So that was
so two different stories, but hey, listen.
I gotta ask you, and again, I just wanna ask.
Yeah.
Did he look like Brian Dennehy?
Yeah, it was Brad Dennehy. He's feeling so far. He's a gas guy in Ohio. But
Dennehy.
right. The only thing is like, like after all that, man, like my old commander came back and he's like, "Hey, we got some POWs trapped in a place." And I had that big old thing to do.
The whole thing.
Yeah, like dude,
I remember that phase. That was your jade necklace phase.
Right, I had a jade necklace. This Chinese chick I was banging got killed. Oh, I mean, she might have been Korean or Vietnamese. I don't know.
One of the Asians.
All I can tell you is that was racist what I just said. And I had a bow and arrow to fight a whole army and exploding tip arrows. I'm like, we're in the new millennium. We're in the new millennium. I'm using arrows in a war. Like, can't I just predator drone this bitch? But evidently, I got a lot of scars, and then they sent me to this place where I got to build shit with my hands and fight in an arena.
Gladiator?
No.
What are they saying to Gladiator?
Like you put glass, like you dip your hands in glass.
Oh,
and then
I know it is.
fight.
Afghanistan glass fighting.
It's like what you did if the UFC didn't have rules anymore. Like back in the day, they originally just
like if Dana White never took over.
I fought a guy named Tom Poe. You know what I mean? This
Tom Poe.
Yeah, this guy hung out. He had a Harley Davidson and a Harley Davidson thing. We died too.
You really do have a thing for guys on Harley Davidsons. It's weird.
I like to ride on back. It's really weird. I like to feel the vibration.
The wind just blowing your hair.
I like him to look back at me and be like, "Are you kidding me?" I'm like, "You're the one that put me on the back."
You can grab a hold of my waist if you want. Thanks, Brick House.
So yeah. So totally that all happened.
Wow.
That's not a true story that I made up. It's actually true.
That's a true story.
I mean, like, if you watch Rambo, it's pretty true.
Yeah. If you've ever seen Rambo, it's probably not.
It's not the first time I've compared my life
Would
to
you
John
say
Rambo.
that they drew first blood?
That's what I said. They drew first blood, not me.
Not me. Good man. Well, that was crazy.
Took a left turn on you.
Yeah, that got me. I like the Afghanistan glass fighting.
Yeah, Afghanistan glass fighting. I fought a guy named Tong Po. I think that's a little kickboxer in there, but hey, listen.
Hey, Tong Po was kickboxer, but they did, in just so we all are on the same page here, in Rambo Part 3, he was fighting people for money with
dipping his hands in
glass. Yeah.
I was going through the whole thing, and then they had to fight this Russian guy.
If you've never seen Rambo 3, you could probably skip it, but why do that to yourself?
Right? I mean, come on. He fought the Russians.
It's like any other movie series. Watch all of them because they're made for you.
Except Die Hard 2.
You know, everybody hates Die Hard 2. I don't like it, but it's Die Hard. It's no worse as a sequel than most of the other.
Can everybody get on board with this? That Bruce Willis is just John McClane in every movie.
He's in real life. He's
like even in Sixth Sense, he was just a mute John McClane.
I think Bruce Willis got that job in Die Hard, and then became John McClane.
Yeah, he was so dramatic.
Watch anything from that time period on. He is just John McClane. Last Boy Scout, John McClane.
Make you have a few dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, even in fucking like The Fifth Element, he's future John McClane.
No, everything's
it's
John
insane,
McClane.
yeah.
It's just every character. Watch The Last Boy Scout. It is no different from Die Hard.
My good friend of mine, he has the Blu-ray collection of Die Hards, and he has taken Die Hard 2 and thrown it in the garbage and put a Blu-ray of The Last Boy Scout in there.
And just put Die Hard 2 on.
He just calls it Die Hard 2. It clearly will say The Last Boy Scout. He's like, it's Die Hard 2, and then
listen, Hollywood is doing remakes. I am waiting for them to just break out because Bruce Willis is at that time frame where he only has a couple more years. like Liam Neeson did when he did Taken. Now he can't do those roles anymore.
Right.
So I'm just waiting for him to be like, you know what we haven't done? Last Boy Scout 2. Let's dig up Damon Wayans. Is he still alive? Nobody knows. Let's get him in here.
Actually, Damon Wayans is on the Lethal Weapon.
Oh, actually, I do like that show.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, he might not do it.
He might not do it. But, hey.
Jimmy Dixon. He can come back.
Why not? Yeah. I'm just saying, like, and I never even thought of a Last Boy Scout thing. I was thinking of more of another Die Hard, a final Die Hard, and he's in a retirement community, and terrorists take over, like old terrorists too. You know what I mean? Like, you could get some really great older actors to play terrorists.
No, listen, they've done that. They've done that movie. It's called The Expendables 1, 2, and 3. They're like, hey, listen, are you old? Were you an 80s action star?
I just think it would be funny to see that guy that always plays a terrorist in everything with some like old man makeup on, and he's an old terrorist. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. He's in The Americans. He's fucking in A Homeland for like 3 seasons. He's the one Arabic guy that's a little bit older.
Yeah. I just want to have that commercial come out that says, "Oh, are you sick of John Cena? Are you sick of Dwayne The Rock Johnson? How about Channing Tatum? Channing Tatum? I don't know that guy's name.
Taint
Turberg? Taint Turberg?
I think it's Taint Turpentine is his name.
Are you sick of Ryan Gosling? Hey, we have the movie for you. It's every 80s action star crammed into one movie, plus Terry Crew."
I had a really great, now that you know Karate Kid is coming back. This is our section where we just talk, by the way, in case anybody knows.
Well, I don't give a shit. I don't have to explain myself
right, we have
to
a
our
format.
fan.
We have a format. We follow it, genuinely. But anyways, the Karate Kid, you saw that they're doing the TV series, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I had a great script written for a prequel Karate Kid movie.
Prequel. Huh?
Yes, and you buy the rights to it. Now I guess whomever has it, but you get them to agree. Karate Kid 1 is one of my favorite movies of all time. Okay, it just is. I don't know why. Maybe it's nostalgia. It may not be the best movie ever, but it's great. For me, it was like one of my favorites. Okay, I've watched it so many times that I caught that Pat Morita's character. Jesus Christ. Of course, I would have a brain fart right here after I just told you I watched it so many times.
Tong Po?
No, not Tong Po. Miyagi. I'm sorry, Mr. Miyagi. Mr. Miyagi was during World War II, one of the only Asian American fighter pilot units. So I looked it up and I actually did some research on it. A lot of those guys were drafted from we had concentration camps here.
Yeah.
You know that. You're a history buff.
We put all the Japanese
people in they call them internment camps, but okay.
But it wasn't when you say concentration camps, we weren't torturing and burning people in ovens. They got food and meals. They just were in a military.
So we were a little bit nicer to them. Okay. But it was still torture.
There's a level.
We uprooted them from where they were doing well and put them in a fucking camp with guards. Regardless of the scenario.
Does this sound Donald Trumpish though?
It does.
Hey, you know what we should do? Since everybody's attacking America, if you're any kind of Muslim, we're going to put you in the desert.
We're just going to
we tested nuclear bombs.
We're just going to wall off Texas, and that's our new concentration camp. I mean, indigenous cities. But anyways, all right. So my script idea stemmed from that. I was going to write that Sato was also there, okay, and his family. Because we don't know when their actual friendship broke off, and they say it was when they were back out of that, so they went back to Okinawa. So to be in that unit, though, he had to have been there during that time. So I wrote that him and Sato both were in the same concentration camp.
Is this fan fiction?
Yeah, kind of. I just think it's great, and I'd like to finally tell people about it.
You should read my Star Trek fan fiction.
Yeah, but this is going to be awesome. You're going to love this, I think. Okay, so they. Sato is very principled, and he's like, I would never fight for the Americans. Look what they've done to us. Blase, blase. As soon as I get the chance, I'm fucking going back to Okinawa. And your parents are too. But he joins up. Miyagi joins up, right? Okay, we go through a whole training part of the movie, right? People are being mean to him because he's fucking Japanese. Blase, blase. Again, now he's gained some trust. He's in a fighter pilot unit. Saves a dude's life, gets shot down behind enemy lines. Okay, all right.
I've seen this movie called Behind Enemy Lines.
No, now he's in Germany. To get to the American front is a trench that's 2 football fields long. He doesn't have any weapons. He's a little bit fucked up from crash landing, but he karate fights all the way down that enemy trench, and then gets up and then runs. The last part of the movie is him running to the border, the with the American flags, people waving, and the people that are left are shooting at him. He's like doing crazy flips and stuff, and it's playing that flute. Da-da-da, da-da-da.
Is that the music when Captain Kirk fights anybody?
No, that's rah, rah. This is da-da-da, da-da-da. It's like a whistle. It's like a little some sort of wood whistle that they blow. That's different.
A woodwind instrument. Or Steve Winwood. How about...
It's the same song that when Daniel Russo's in the first movie is Korean kicking. The guy at the end.
I know. I'm just causing some...
And then he gets to the American side. This is where people are going to be mad at me. And they shoot him in the chest because he's just running at them and they don't know what the fuck's going on. Okay. And then they pull him aside and he's yelling, I'm American, and he passes out. Then it cuts to later. He got shot by his own guys, and they're talking about how great he was and did all this stuff. And that would be a whole prequel story about those medals that he gets drunk and looks at in that box.
Gotcha. So you took Behind the Main Lines and then Shawshank Redemption with the 200-yard pipe, and you're like, hey, we're going to karate fight instead of just climbing through shit. Yeah. Gotcha. I'm on it. I'm on board with it.
And I mean,
I would watch it.
And I don't mean like just regular, like he's grabbing guns and John Wicking them apart. You know what I mean?
Yeah, gotcha. John Wick 3.
Now, doesn't that sound like a great movie?
I would watch the movie.
Right?
Or the TV show.
Get at me, Netflix. Get at me.
Listen, we're more idea. We're big picture guys.
Yeah. I gave you an idea. That's $1 million idea. You're welcome. Now fucking pay me.
You just put Lost in Space on there and it sucked horribly. Netflix.
Well, this is the part of the show where we do missed connections.
We do.
And this will lead us into the end. So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for listening. But here we go. Missed connection.
Misconnection. Dear Barack Obama, we love you. We miss you. Please come back in a limited capacity. Misconnection.
Dear First Lady, you know which one. I'm very sorry you died. Misconnection.
Misconnection. Betty White, before you die, please make sweet, sweet love to me. You're on my bucket list. I would hate to have to go to Cloris Leachman. Misconnection.
Misconnection. Old blue-haired lady in aisle 4 at Kroger today. Jeff wants to fuck someone that looks like Betty White. Get at me. Misconnection.
Misconnection. Guy who stuck his dick in my gas tank the other day. My car's a boy. Misconnection.
Dear guy whose gas tank I stuck my dick in the other day. It wasn't for you. It was for me. Misconnection.
Misconnection. Michael Bay. Just quit it. Misconnection.
Movie-going audiences. Transformers are horrible piles of shit. Misconnection. That's all you
need. Misconnection. Marvel. Quit killing off every bad guy like Claw, Warmonger, Ultron, everybody. We need bad guys. What are you going to do in the next gen? We got this guy that's a crane, and what he does is he digs holes in the ground. The Avengers have to fight him. Misconnection.
Dear Girl Scout cookie troop. Those what are they called? Mini thins? Thin mints?
Yeah.
Those Thin Mint cookies I bought from you were bullshit. Misconnection.
Dear Sam's Club, what the fuck do you think you are? Every time I go in there, I gotta buy something in bulk. Can't you just have one candy bar? Fuckhead. Misconnection.
Dear IRS, stop fucking taking my money. Every year. Misconnection.
Misconnection. Donald Trump. We all know you had sex with that porn star. Quit it. Misconnection.
Misconnection. Stormy Daniels. I'd like to buy you. I don't know how it works, but it seems like there's a contract involved. I know a lawyer. Misconnection.
Misconnection. DC Universe. Stop it. Bad. Misconnection.
Joss Whedon. Stop it. And what do I mean by that? Just stop. Retire. I've seen things that you've done recently, and they're not good. Unless you find that spark that pushes you forward. Maybe it's a new wife that you don't cheat on or hurt in any way. Maybe you do that for a while. Work on you. This isn't a misconnection. This is just a letter to you directly. Get your shit together.
Dear Misconnection. Dear Joss Whedon. Why no season 2 Firefly? Bring it back. Everybody wants it. Nathan Fillion's doing nothing. That whole cast, I haven't seen him in a movie in forever. That Summer Glatu or whatever her name is
Glau.
Glau, whatever her fucking name is. I'm not going
to... Nikto Glatu? Paritha, I said the damn words.
Bring it back. We're all waiting. And while you're at it, make Eureka a thing again. Misconnections.
Every woman at a bar that I've ever seen and been too shy to talk to. Why don't you talk to me? Why do I gotta do all the work? Are you sitting on your couch right now thinking about me? That you should have came up and talked to me? That's all. No, I have. Misconnection.
No. Misconnection. Dear lady at massage parlor. When I lean my erection toward you, that means hand jibbers. Misconnection.
Miscommunication. Dear massage parlor in Canada. You know the one I visited. I didn't really have a misconnection there, did I? Or miscommunication. I'm pretty sure I slept with a prostitute. That's all I got.
Misconnection.
Misconnection.
Misconnection. Okay. Misconnection. Why do you cry every time I look in your window? Young lady from across the street. I bought that ladder and those binoculars. The least you could do is shut your blinds. Misconnection. I think she's crying because she really wants me to come in her house. I got night vision goggles.
Dear Golden State Killer. Bad call on leaving your DNA all over the place. Didn't you think coming all over everything was a bad idea? Even in the 90s, like when you're looking back on things, they just captured you today, so I'm sure we'll find out your true story. But could you have maybe, not come all over everything? Just seems a little bit arbitrary now, doesn't it? I bet you're regretting that. Also, you didn't break into any of my windows. Ha ha ha. Fuck you. Misconnection.
Misconnection. Chuck Palahniuk, go back to writing books like Fight Club and Choke and stop all this vampire nonsense crap you're writing. If I want to read Anne Rice, I'll go buy a fucking Anne Rice book. Misconnection.
And that's been Misconnections. I've been Ray McGuff.
And I've been JT Farva.
Thank you guys for listening. You're what makes this happen. Your love and support. And everyone, I want to thank every one of you listeners right now. If you stuck with us through all these years, I want to thank you right now. Close your eyes. Close your eyes.
You sound like Summer's Eve commercial right
Hold
now.
on. Close your eyes. Close them. I see you. Look, peeking. Don't peek. All right. Now imagine an island. You with me? This is for all of our viewers and listeners that have stuck with us. You listening? All right. On that island, there's 70 palm trees. You with me still? Great. In those palm trees, one coconut. That's my fucking coconut. You hear me? Stop thinking about my fucking coconut.
Just to let you guys know, you guys make this stuff happen, but firing from a gun here. You gotta kill one, marry one, fuck one. John Cena, Rupert Murdoch or Ginger from Gilligan's Island. Today.
Fuck all of them.
Is she dead? That's food for thought.
Food for thought. Again, thank you guys for listening. Stay tuned. Check out Zombie Takeover TV's page at www.icouldcareless. Google it.
Check out our Patreon page, True Stories We Just Made Up.
Actually, you can also check out our Bandcamp page. Go to Bandcamp and type in "I'm a fucking idiot," and then hit yourself in the balls.
You can check
with a
our
hammer.
personal website that says...
Frank hates it, by the way, when I don't tell you the right information, but it makes me laugh.
You can also go to our website, which is
You can also fax directly to us at 614-760-2712.
Actually, our real website's Twinks. Just fucking Google that. It'll take you right to our website.
Actually, I have put some other content too on Pornhub. If you go, you have to really search for it though. And you'll know me. Black mask, zipper across the chin.
Ball gag in your butt. It's weird.
But thanks for listening. Again, go to the Bandcamp page at www.bandcamp.sandwichtime at Happy Gilmore Factories. And type in, the keywords are dick hole.
What you want to do is you want to go to Lycos. Is that still a thing?
There's a Korean webpage you got to check out too. It's called Korea. www.korea.com. Stay tuned. Thanks.